Welcome back for our newest deck introduction on Aviana Combo Druid. For months and months after Mean Streets introduced Khun the Forgotten King, this archetype was identified as more of a fun tier 3 style deck, something for those looking to find more interesting, though less efficient, ways to win. In the last few weeks, Aviana Combo Druid has set a new precedent for itself, with several high legend players boasting incredible win rates in their legend climb, some pushing into the top 100 legend ranks, and even professionals like Luminosity's Frozen using the deck to take second in the world at the HCT Winter Championships. These recent trends have brought respect to the deck, and it's now standing just behind archetypes like Dragon Warrior, Reno Mage, and Miracle Rogue in the latest Tempo Storm meta snapshot. Like most Druid decks, the backbone is Ramp and Stall. Find Wild Growth, Innervate, Mire Keeper, Raven Idol, and Nourish to cheat your way to the higher mana points, and utilize cards like Wrath, Feral Rage, and Azure Drakes to pave the way to your combo. The combo itself is fairly straightforward. First, you have to find the two most essential components, Aviana and Khun the Forgotten King. This will leave you with 10 full mana crystals and all of your minions costing just 1 mana. From here, the ways you can completely overwhelm your opponent diversify. Ideally, if you've also found Malygos, perhaps even a Faceless Manipulator, which will give you plus 10 spell power and still 8 mana remaining. This will supercharge your 0 mana Moonfires to 11 damage, your Wraths to as much as 14 damage, and your Swipes to 15 to a single target and 11 AoE damage. As your minions hit the board, your opponents will be rushing to concede, so they don't have to bear witness to their own demise by way of your insane burst potential. Aviana Druid's combo is amazing and quite simple when compared to the combos of Freeze Mage, Patron Warrior, or Worgen Warrior. But the difficult part of this deck involves surviving to the point where you draw the cards you need, and more importantly, understanding what components of your combo you can surrender early and still sneak out with the victory. Every matchup is unique in this regard, and every circumstance merits its own evaluation. However, in a nutshell, some of the biggest decision-making factors is whether or not your opponent's archetype can deal with a wide and dense board. Against Jade Druid, Jade Shaman, or Dragon Priest, for instance, it's probably going to be significant enough to win if you simply drop Aviana, Khun, and a few other big minions like Ancient of War. Protect these minions and win with tempo as you should with most other decks. On the flip side, this game plan could be disastrous against Arena Lock with a solid Shadow Flame or Twisting Nether. The other huge factor is whether or not you have the tools to find what remains of your combo if you get things started in anticipation. As an example, if you're sitting on Aviana, Khun, and Gadgets and Auctioneer, try to determine how likely you'll be to actually draw into more spells and maybe into your finishers like Malygos. Sometimes it's even guaranteed because the cycle mechanics like Auctioneer and Azure Drake only cost 1 mana. What usually makes or breaks a player's win rate with this deck is understanding the ins and outs of these circumstances. As you pilot Combo Druid on ladder, pay close attention to the games you lose, evaluating how you might have utilized your tools sooner. To be consistent with combo decks, you have to learn to recognize how hard your back can get against the wall before you simply have to play for tempo or play to your most likely outs. Experience and careful reflection are your strongest allies in refining this skill. In the standard list, some of the major decisions are whether to run 1 or 2 copies of Auctioneer, whether to run Faceless Manipulator, and how dense you want your ramp to be with Mire Keepers on the list. In general, if you're seeing a fairly aggressive meta, 2 copies of Ancient War, Raven Idol, and Mire Keeper can be essential. If you're seeing more Jade and Control style matchups, finding the combo is everything, and it may merit a second copy of Auctioneer. Some players may also experiment with an alternative style of the combo that exists. The Aviana Cthulhu list will take advantage of Youthful Brewmaster and Brand Bronzebeard with Cthulhu for seemingly infinite spread and face damage. While the Cthulhu style is considered less consistent and a bit less flexible, it can be a fun way to continue to experience Druid's flavor of combo. As we part ways with the first year of the standard rotation, cards like Aviana and Emperor Thorson are to be savored. Aviana Combo Druid offers a way to indulge in the combo playstyle, and also an archetype that allows us to enjoy these cards that are leaving standard indefinitely, while still managing success and consistency on the ladder. As this may very well be our last introduction before the rotation, we hoped you enjoyed this overview of Aviana Druid, and be on the lookout for a whole new palette of deck guides as Un'Goro and the Mammoth Year settle into place. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and stay up to date with all of Tempo Storm's news and Hearthstone content.